In this episode, we're going to talk about ad network credit lines and the way to get the most out of them. Firstly, what are ad network credit lines? Typically, most app publishers start off their user acquisition, what we'll call UA throughout this episode, spend on credit cards. The card is used to pay for small volumes of UA spend, but over time can get into spending tens or hundreds of thousands on cards. After a period of sustained spend, the ad networks may choose to offer you a credit line. Small at first, but they can grow over time as you continue to spend and pay your bills on time. They do this as they want you to keep spending on their platforms and to remain competitive with the other platforms vying for your user acquisition dollars. So how does it help your business? Effectively, the ad network is now sharing some risk on your ability to monetize from the game or app. They offer the credit, hoping that you can pay your bill by the time it is due, and then keep you spending on their platform. If UA is working for you and you know you're delivering a positive return with a high degree of confidence, then rationally, you're going to want to spend as much as possible on UA for as long as it remains possible. The first thing you do is max out your credit line. Makes sense, right? You know you can invest profitably, so you should want to do as much of it as you can. You just need to be mindful of when the bill needs to be paid, typically the end of the following month in which the ads were purchased. You need to factor in a couple of things to figure out what you can afford to spend and still be able to pay your bills. Firstly, your lifetime value or LTV recovery time. What does the expected trajectory of revenue look like paying close attention to when you break even on the ad spend, 100% ROAS, and also how long does it take to achieve the final LTV projection? Secondly, you need to factor in the payment terms of the monetization channel. This is the time taken after the IAP has been purchased or the ad served before the funds are paid out. This can range from net 15 to net 60. So how do you plan to spend as much as you can without getting over your skis? You need to model out what you can afford to spend and when you will have enough cash in your business to settle your UA bill and keep spending more on ads. If your bills are due before you've recovered the cash in from the cohorts you paid to acquire, then you need to be able to fund that through a different source. Most often, this is funded by venture capital, but that's a really ineffective and expensive way to fund user acquisition. Savvy founders often look to companies like Pollen VC to provide credit facilities that allow them to keep spending on their desired UA channel by unlocking value trapped in platform payment cycles in their residual cohorts. While you should always use up your ad network line first, it's free money, so why wouldn't you? Having a credit facility in place can allow you to keep the credit line maxed out and keep spending on the channel as you can pay down the additional spend from your Pollen VC credit facility. This approach enables you to smooth out the mismatch in LTV cycles and also the platform payment cycles to enable you to keep spending on your favorite UA channels in the most optimal way for your business. So lots to think about here. If you'd like to find out more, head over to pollen.vc, where you can also check out some of our online modeling tools to help you better plan your finances, to help you figure out if we are a good fit as a funding partner for you as you look to optimize your UA spending.